Now, one final point before we examine the text here. There were three main seminaries, let's say. They weren't called seminaries at the time or houses, but religious centers in early Islam. The first one was in Medina. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam played a major role in establishing that seminary. Many companions, they learned Islamic laws from Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. The second center was in Kufa. After the Imam migrated from Medina to Kufa when he became the Khalifa, the religious center of the Muslim world became in Kufa. The Imam alayhi salam, he would teach Islamic law. Some of the companions who were raised by Imam Ali, educated by Imam Ali, they would come to the mosque in Kufa and they would also teach. So that was the second religious center. The third religious center was in Qom. In Qom at the time in Iran, south of Ray, south of the capital of that region, there were many followers of Ahlul Bayt who were persecuted. In Baghdad, for example, in Iraq after Imam Ali alayhi salam. So they wanted to go to a place where they felt safe, where they had freedom to discuss Islamic law. Qom was a perfect place for them. And hence you see many of the narrators and scholars, they were Qummis. They lived in Qom, they taught classes in Qom, they preached Islamic laws in Qom. Now Najaf, you've all heard about the Hawza and Najaf. How did that start? When you go to the time of a Shaykh al-Tusi, so now we're talking about, 3-4 centuries after the Prophet, peace be upon him. Shaykh al-Tusi was initially in Baghdad. Baghdad, in that era, in the 4th, 5th centuries, it was the center of the religious sciences. Shaykh al-Tusi, he had a chair in Baghdad. He would teach, he was very well respected. A civil war broke out. There was a civil war in Baghdad. He was attacked, his chair was broken, he could no longer teach. So he migrated to Najaf. Shaykh al-Tusi migrated to Najaf. At that time, Najaf was a small village. It was not populated by many people. It was not a commercial or any, religious hub. But he had no choice, so he went to Najaf and he started teaching there. As a result of his migration to Najaf, hundreds of scholars flocked to Najaf. And he is the one who established the Hawza in Najaf. We're talking about 1,000 years ago. So Shaykh al-Tusi is the one who founded the Hawza in Najaf. And ever since, it's been one of the most prominent seminaries in the Shia world.